took an 8-hour scenic train ride with my family of 4 through the snow-capped Alps of Switzerland. Touted as the slowest express train in the world, the Glacier Express promises to offer world-class service, dining, and views. But our experience left a lot to be desired and was not worth the hefty price tag we paid for second-class seats.
We're on the Glacier Express. I'm not sure how much I'm going to be talking, but this is a lively car, so we might be able to narrate as we go. Very excited.
Our second-class train fares on the Glacier Express were covered by our Swiss travel passes. We paid just under $450 per person for the passes and freely rode trains, buses, and trams throughout our 2-week trip. We also got significant discounts on park and museum entry fees. In addition to the train fares, we also had to reserve seats on the Glacier Express at $55 per person for a second-class car that would take us from Zermatt to St. Moritz. The big ticket item, as with most places throughout Switzerland, was the food. It was just over $333 for 4 people, our second most expensive meal of the trip and least impressive. We ordered our meals ahead of time by email as instructed by the Glacier Express website. We ordered a variety of starters, 4 main dishes including the mystery dish of the day for me, and desserts. Once the train got rolling, a server came around and took our drink orders. Drinks came out reasonably fast, and then there was a big to-do about the order of our silverware, as that would determine what courses we would be served throughout the trip. Several different servers came around and adjusted the settings, adding and subtracting different forks and spoons. Our starter cheese plate and salads were nothing special. The cheese plate was massive, and the 4 of us couldn't finish it. Then 3 entrees were delivered to the table. I waited patiently for my dish of the day to arrive, and about 15 minutes later, a server brought me rice and vegetables. Another server was following with the main dish, but skipped right over our table. 10 minutes later, John had to run after her before she left the car without serving me. I ended up with the dregs of a stewed chicken from the bottom of the serving dish. The entrees were all mediocre on the taste scale. We didn't have a truly bad meal on the entire trip to Switzerland, but this one ranked at the absolute bottom of our list. At this point, we were probably halfway through the 8-hour journey. We didn't see our original servers again, and assumed they disembarked at one of the many stops. The plates were cleared away, and one of the staff cleared all of our silverware away, including all the meticulously laid dessertware. We then watched over the next 1 to 2 hours as all the tables around us were served a second round of drinks and desserts. We were about 5 hours into an 8-hour train ride at this point, and our water bottles were empty. We were patient, assuming someone would eventually come and take care of us. Around the 6.5-hour mark, we started wandering the cars, trying to find someone to serve us beverages and the desserts that we had pre-ordered. After 2 or 3 tries, we finally found help. The desserts were underwhelming. The views from the Glacier Express are amazing, of course. The panoramic windows on all sides offer nearly 360-degree views of snow-capped mountains, rolling fields of wildflowers, and quaint Swiss villages. But you can travel on the exact same train routes using the regional trains. In fact, the Glacier Express had to move over many times to allow those trains to pass. The views are also spectacular from those faster trains, and some of the windows open to allow fresh air and unobstructed viewing. We could also get off the regional trains whenever we wanted to stretch our legs, explore charming villages, and eat delicious local food. If you are visiting Switzerland and want a scenic train ride, take the regional trains for a fraction of the cost. The routes between Chor and St. Moritz go over the Rhaetian Railway and Landwasser Viaduct, one of the scenic highlights of the Glacier Express trip. We knew the Glacier Express had a reputation as a tourist trap when we booked our seats. We also knew we'd be doing a lot of train travel on the trip and already seeing spectacular views. We decided to book it anyway because we figured the dining and service experience would blow us away, our first luxury train ride. The reality was far from luxurious and not worth the hefty price tag.